everything. It wasn't really no words, no nothing. I was just like,
I don't need my security out here.
I was just like, this ain't the time or the place, my brother. And I just kept it pushing, kept my arms.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we've got it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. Wherever Freddie Gibbs goes, it seems drama soon follows. Baby mamas, rapper beefs, court cases, social media scandals, you name it. Gibbs got it. In the past decade, Freddie Gibbs has been rap's saving grace. When you think about it, hip-hop has been in a pretty good place in the past year, at least in terms of quality. People who are once swayed by mumbling autotune and shallow punchlines finally seem to be demanding more from their faves. Freddie Gibbs just released another album of the year contender.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Word.
Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs are here. Make some fucking noise. Make some noise. Mark, put your phone on, make some noise. We know you don't know hip-hop, but make some noise. We know you're not the biggest hip-hop guy.
Oh, man.
But it's a lot of hip-hop shit going on here. Gentlemen.
Mark my nigga, I fuck with Mark.
Mark is the greatest, man.
He gonna write an essay on this shit.
Gentlemen, I don't even know where to start. The narratives are just floating in my head.
Oh, wow.
Because I can't get a beat from Alchemist. The one person that could bring me back to the game. Now he's just fucking with you niggas.
Yo, I don't know if you can fall.
You niggas is getting the whole package.
Getting the whole pack.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I paused.
Yeah.
But you niggas is getting all of it.
Yeah, we getting some good
The
beats.
Alk I remember, it was Mobb Deep, Eminem, and you niggas had to wait. Now, because Conductor is...
Oh shit!
Alright,
You started with mess.
you been. Watch your fucking mouth.
always starting with mess. Am I creating that, or is that a silent thing that's happening out?
Like what?
The fans are saying that there's this quiet verses happening between you and Conductor.
I never heard that one, but that
it's
Conductor
happening.
is Conductor is incredible. I mean, his beats they speak for themselves. I mean, I think it's cool to have people in the game at the same time because we all sharpen each other. Like, I love his beats. I don't know.
And we were just talking earlier about how you come from the era of showing up and playing beats for people. And
Yes, we were just talking about that. Like, you remember the early era when it was like we had to shop beats.
Yes.
And it was like everybody was competing with each other. We were saying names like Buck Wild, LP, Rockweiler. These are people, when I used to go to see like Fat Joe or in the studio, they'd be like, come to the studio, Macho, yo, come, we have a session. I show up and it'd be like Rockweiler there playing beats already. And then I used to be like, I'm gonna be back. we would all like be, we were competing with each other like respectfully. And that shit made the level of production a certain
you
thing.
can't play some bullshit after rockers went up there,
no.
especially that era rock.
It was competitive and it was like we all respected each other. That's the thing, like with producers, it's like not as much. It's like respectful competitiveness, There's not as much beef in the producer world. Like we all respect each other. You know what I mean?
Well, it was a competitive until when?
Oh, y'all niggas killing me.
This was a turning point.
Catch you coming out
This was a turning point. Throwing TV. Anybody got a TV? We can.
This room ain't hip hop. Hold on. I'm sorry, this room wasn't there. This room wasn't there. What, you 32 or something? This room wasn't there. I'm sorry.
I was there.
Nobody in this room now. We that old? Hold on.
Niggas was there.
Nah, we was all there. Everybody was
Yeah, everyone was old here.
We was there for this. We was there for this.
That was the time.
This is a back them up off. They think it's competitive.
That was like tunnel era.
Yeah.
I caught that, and I moved to New York in '95.
How was that?
It was incredible. I caught like one of the illest
wave
of rap.
He caught the wave.
What? Like Mobb Deep, The Lox, CNN, Nas. They were the top fucking rappers, not just the best in New York, in the world, in the planet.
True.
And the records was connecting, and it was like, the first, like going to the tunnel was different. Like I feel lucky that I moved to New York and caught a couple of those.
Where was you
years.
coming from?
From LA.
From LA.
Yeah, I grew up out there. I moved there. I went to school out here.
Did you know in that moment that how big the era was? Or did you take it for granted at the time?
Yeah, I didn't. I was just in it. I was just living a dream. You know what I mean? It was like running with the mob, doing shows with them, and I was just entrenching. And I was just thinking how much shit I missed because at that time we were like this. And it was a lot of rap shit that I discovered later that was like, damn, because we were so, when you're in your bag, you're doing your shit, you don't have time to tune into everything. And
especially then when you had to actually
P
buy
was like that.
shit.
P was like his spirit was always like, yo, we the best. Yo, fuck that. We got this. You know.
And they were.
And he really had that energy. He was a real like.
They was hot like fish grease.
Even when we were down, he was like, we're not down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pat was more cautious. P was like, fuck this shit.
I don't hear LA at all in your shit.
At all.
Like, what did the LA beat sound like?
Well, you got to, I'm sorry to cut you.
We were inspired by New York.
Yeah, but you came up under Muggs, right?
So Muggs was Muggs, Cypress Hill. That's how I got my start. So you got to think about the Cypress Hill sound was kind of New York.
Yeah, it was.
When they first came out, the video was in New York.
It was damn near like
motherfuckers. And there's a Cypress in Brooklyn, in the Bronx. Where's the Cypress Ave?
Yeah, Cypress Ave.
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
So people thought, you know, they had the fisherman hat because you got to know Muggs. His family is from Queens.
Right? Yeah.
So he was going back and forth, bringing the New York shit before the internet. When he used to he was bringing the Timberlands and look at the first B-Real. He looked like he was from New York, certified.
I thought they was from New York.
I did too.
Yeah,
That's my point. So I came up underneath them, and then you know, obviously DJ Premier was my god. Like when you know, like most young producers, like, and I could name 20 others, but Primo was like everything. Yeah. So you know, I worked with Dilated Peoples early. They were kind of like a New York inspired group in LA. If you think about their beats and their style, we were like trying to be like Gangstar. You know what I mean? So it was always like an inspiration. And then I moved to New York to go to school. And I just fucked that off, just bullshit. I went 2 years.
Hip-hop shit.
NYU.
Hip-hop.
But I was already doing a little music, you know, so it was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay out here. And then that's right around the time I linked with the Mob.
Was 95?
Yeah, 96.
Okay.
Yep. And then it was like
Murder Music was kind of your
when
breaking out.
That was the first records I did with them. Yeah. And then it was like the doors just opened up from there. Like I can't front. Like working with them kind of gave me a stamp. Like I met Nas in Havoc's basement at his crib in Freeport. I just went there one day to make beats with him, and then Nas just walked down the stairs into the room. And I was making a beat for TikTok.
Oh, wow.
I was making that beat in the basement, and Nas walked. That's how he ended up on the record.
That's crazy.
That's how I met him. Damn. So he didn't even know. He thought I was just. He told me later. He thought I was one of Havoc's friends,
engineer or some shit.
He didn't know the story, none of it. You know. So I just was lucky to be, you know what I'm saying, right place, right time, and caught a wave.
When you do this fire with Freddie or just any current act, do you think that? Well, actually, I'm gonna ask you. I asked Freddie. When you work with Alf, of course he's all the way heat. Like the rappers know that. Mm-hmm. But is the equity that he's built through all of these fucking years matter at all? Because I feel like you and Clips, I feel like it's a few niggas that it's almost like your responsibility to continue an aura, almost like a family tree. I feel like you part of the family tree. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like definitely. I mean, I knew the equity that he had before I even worked with him. That's why I wanted to, you know, I've been, you know, begging him to do this shit since like what, 2008, 2007. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't a new concept that we coming up with. I think that the timing is just right for it right now. But I've been, you know, recording with Al, just being around Al, just learning, just coming up, being around him in the studio and stuff like that before we even got to this. Like I said, this is all about timing right now. It's just our time right now.
What's the pressure for you, Al, with him and Madlib also putting out incredible fire?
I mean, when we decided to do the record, I was probably overthinking it because of how dope their shit was. Yeah. Madlib is like
he's unduplicable.
He's a fucking he's the oracle. Yeah. So at first I was like overthinking it when we started doing the beats for Alfredo 1 because I was like listening to that shit like
700 beats on one album.
And at one point I was like, I can't be Madlib. I can't be nobody else. I could be the best version of me. Right. And so I just was like, let me just do me as best as I can and just fuck everything else. And it gave me more confidence because they really made a classic, you know, and that opened the doors for me and him to work. I feel. Because we had been talking about it, but the shit he did with Madlib.
I think that
Two classics.
We was talking about. I was talking about working with you before even doing the Madlib thing.
True.
So it's like, so when I did the 2 Madlib albums, it was like, all right, let me, you know what I mean, get this, push this to where it need to be, and then, you know, I know me and Al are somewhere down the line, you know, get in, like, you know, after we did the Fetty thing, it was just a no-brainer after that.
Gibbs, do you think that this is going to be your path when it comes to making albums moving forward, locking in with one producer, or do you think that in the future you'll go back to some form of like bringing in other people?
I mean, it just depends, man. Like I said, I think everything all about timing. You know, I think that what me and Al doing, we putting something in the game that need to be in the game right now. It's a lot of rap. You know, it's 1,000 songs come out every week. So it's like, you know, I think that you know, just us staying true to us and doing what we do is something that, you know, the game needs. So, you know, whenever I feel like, man, whenever it's time for me to rap, I just rap. I don't really put no like time frame on it. Like these 2 albums that me and him did is 5 years apart. You know, we did the first one during like the pandemic. So it's like I didn't feel the need to really rush one out the next year or even the year after that. I just, you know, wanted it to happen when it was supposed to happen.
But you did other projects in between.
Yeah,
that were with other.
Yeah, I got to pay my motherfucking bills. You know, sell drugs.
Let us cook for just a second real quick. Fans.
Blue suede shoes.
Oh my God. Real quick! We gave the biggest stink face on this project. That song.
When we was making it,
Yeah.
probably Skinny Shook too. When I heard that one first, I was like, oh yeah. I think that's when I was like, yeah, I think we should just go ahead and just finish the album up. You know?
Would you prefer to drop with nobody in front of you or behind you, pause, or because like I like when your album dropped. Like I feel like there was a flurry of real niggas. I like when that happens, week after week after week after week. Versus as an artist, I want my time. I want nobody in back of me. I don't want no big release in front of me. I want people to be able to just focus on this. Or do you like the string when it happens?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, but you know, we in the business of music, so of course you got to pay attention to things of that nature. But at the same time, man,
y'all caught a good lick this summer to run.
Yeah,
this summer was a good.
Yeah, it was a good time for music. I knew Clips was dropping. I knew Tyler the Creator. I knew everybody that was dropping. Like I said, I'm in the business, so of course I know.
So your heart had that like a heart murmur. Was it beating fast at all? Like, oh shit.
Nah, I knew I was gonna do what I do because I know, you know, what I did with the first project that we did. You know, like I said, man, I told Al today, I was like, man, I see 65-year-old men wearing our merch. So it's like, you know, I'm like, all right, I think that we kind of created a franchise.
Grammy nominated too, right?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a huge deal.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Word.
First nigga to be Grammy nominated from Gary since Michael Jackson.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Speaking.
Oh shit. Yeah.
My bad.
Well, you about to go get Michael Jackson? Oh, okay.
Come on, you don't have to put your Michael Jackson shirt. Oh my God.
Yeah,
let him cook.
Man,
That's a low ass shirt. Oh, that shit dope though.
That's a hard line. The first nigga from Gary since Michael Jackson that's Grammy. Why you diss all them niggas?
Diss who?
Everybody you diss.
Oh man.
And don't make me go find all the memes that told me exactly who you dissed.
I was just rapping and shit, man. Just getting things off my chest. I wouldn't even call it that. I think it was just me just talking and just saying how I felt. You know what I mean? I think, you know, it's music. It is what it is. You got, you know.
When you said Hit Dogs Holler, that's what you did?
Huh?
You said Hit Dogs Holler? That's the.
But nobody in music beefs with Currency.
I'm not beef. I don't have no beef.
Nobody has an issue with spit. Nobody nowhere but you.
Oh, I don't have no beef with nobody.
I watched your other interview where you detailed exactly what your problem was.
It wasn't a personal beef. That was a bit more business.
And you was right in what you said and what I heard. But still watching, like, how the fuck do you do that?
I don't got no beef with nobody, man. I'm just doing my thing, you know.
So you got competition, it's just competitive.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I was just speaking about how I felt about the situation, but would I call it beef? Nah.
But all right. So let's try a different way. When you say "fuck that nigga," do you think that that's a beef statement?
Nah.
Okay, all right. That's where the confusion. Right.
Nah. I mean, shit. My brother with me right now. I probably said "fuck that nigga" like 3 times today. So it is what it is. I mean, I think that some people just get offended by.
Another grown man saying "fuck you." Nigga.
I mean,
Stupid dumb.
This is why I said you two motherfuckers is alike, man.
Yeah, certain niggas.
Wait, what?
His approach towards beef today is a lot of how you used to approach your shit back then.
He's not wrong.
I'm just saying shit. Why y'all niggas getting that emotional? And we just rapping, right? You used to have that same approach.
You did.
You're right. I got punched in the face and still diss.
Well, there you go.
I ain't give a fuck. Hey, hip hop's so different.
Look, take that.
But it is just being expressive.
Yeah, it's just being. It was just expressing my feelings at the time. I wasn't. It is what it is.
And then when you good too.
Yeah, well, you could put it together.
That's what hurt.
Yeah. If I was trash, they wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, it's just me saying how I felt and the things I was going through, when I was making this album. And I just spoke on them, So that's how I look at it.
You said that this album was what the game needed. What's missing from hip hop right now?
I think that, I can't really tell you what's missing. You know what I mean? But, I could tell you what I can bring to it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't never really conformed to nothing. I just always kind of just made the music that I wanted to make. I got comfortable working with Madlib and really doing that. And like I said, so me and the Al thing was just a no-brainer. I just, like I said, man, I just got to get inspired by something. And I was just really inspired by, like I said, the life events I was going through, a lot of things I was going through. So I just wanted to make a project, and I was in the studio with Al, and we just did it again. Like I said, it was time. The first one was 5 years ago. So I don't like I said, man, I don't really. A lot of people in this game do shit for like economical reasons. They got to get their album out. They got to do this. They got to satisfy a certain contract. Like, I don't do that shit. I do this shit when I want to do it, because I want to do it, how I want to do it.
You did the project together, like in the same space? It wasn't email, shit like that?
No, we was in the lab together. You know what I mean? Some days I went home to the studio and took shit to the crib and was working on it. But for the most part, like me and Al, we was in his studio.
It's a lot of records left over? Or
I was about to say, what songs did y'all fight about including or not including?
Crazy part, man, we don't never really fight about shit. We I think we got such a great level of trust, musically, that it was never no, back and forth, push and pull. He told me a couple records that he thought didn't fit, and okay, like, you Alchemist, I'm not gonna.
I was about to say, what's your position with
I went into this thing with a high respect for him, a high regard for him. So it's nothing for me to, sit there and learn from him. So I don't, like I said, it's a trust thing with both of us.
We both respect each other. Like, I respect his field and his craft and what he does. And I think that's, like, as a creative, I think that's the best way to create, when you collaborate with people.
And you can
let them do what they do good, you do what you do good, and give each other space. And there's still room to communicate, and like, if you like or don't, but he's so good at what like, imagine me trying to tell him, yo, you should change this rhyme to this, or him saying, yo,
change
this snare is better. We both respect each other to that level that we know each other's field, how good he is in his field and how I'm in mine. We meet in the middle. And another thing you got to say, like, yo, we did this shit independently. And the way we do independent is, like, it kind of speaks to what he's saying, of like doing what he wants when he wants. Like, we didn't wait for a company or a manager or anyone to say, yo, Alfredo 1 did good, you guys should get back in the studio. And when the time was right and it felt right, we were communicating, and it was like, yo, let's get back in. I have studios, he has studios. We really made at least half of the album before there was even talk of a deal or anything.
Right.
Like, we just motivated, and that to me is the dopest shit that we could do now. Because the days when we used to have to wait, get the budget approved and this, and we get the PO for the studio. That shit is out now. It's really, I feel freer now. And that's how, you can hear it in the music. And it's like, and then I like dropping with everybody else because it puts us on the same stage. Because sometimes they used to have a narrative about this type of music, like, it was underground. And y'all under the fucking ground. Or, damn, y'all getting any money over there? What's y'all dusty, And y'all you can't say that shit anymore. It's like we created an ecosystem, and now, like, we making waves just the same way the big artists are. So it's like, it shows you and some of the younger guys, like, you don't have to take that fucking bag and do a bunch of bullshit. It's a longer road, but if you're an artist, it just feels better. Like, you would flourish in this era right now.
I'm so fucking mad.
You just need some beats. You just need a couple beats.
This rich ass nigga, he don't give a fuck about it.
You know, get the fuck out of here. He don't gotta do any bullshit. He don't gotta do any bullshit. Like, yo, we're just in a unique time, and I feel like blessed to have just. I've known Flip a long time. I've known Parks. Like, y'all seen the progression, and to be now at this point,
goddamn right.
of course, and like be now to be still kicking up dust, working with.
But you're right, the music sound like that. It sound like two niggas that's just on some free, they in there doing what they want. Hey, remove the drums, diss him.
I ain't never been no commercial artist anyway, so I'm really just doing what the fuck I've been doing my whole career, you know what I mean? So it's like...
Not musically.
What do you mean?
I mean, you haven't been a commercial artist musically, but and how you move. There was a time where I thought we was losing you. When you did some TV show, then you fucking with some modeling runway, then you FaceTime me with that girl.
Which girl? Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, why you FaceTime me with this girl? But it was a time where not musically,
She
but
bad. I had to show you that motherfucker.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I had to show you.
No, you did not.
I had to show her.
I shouldn't have had nothing to do with
He
that.
was with her, or he was with Shorty on three-way call?
No, he was with the girl.
He was with her. Yeah.
And he FaceTimed me.
So you can see the
So
girl.
I answered because it's my guy. And he turned the photo. Look who I'm with. He one of them niggas. Look who I'm with.
Yeah.
She might have lied to him and said, well, I beat her something. Like, why you showing me?
She lied, huh?
She lied?
I didn't beat her.
Oh, you did? Oh.
No,
What was her name, yo?
No.
Can't say that
This
name.
nigga's a liar, bro.
He be lying.
I get him famous. I don't beat.
Yeah. What? Oh, so you don't? So you make him famous?
Even
so
now,
you
I'm in
don't?
trouble with my girl. My girl watch. I'm joking. I want nothing to do with this. But I'm talking about aesthetically. It looked like the same thing I said to Vince Staples. The same thing I said to who else? There's a few of the underground rapping niggas that in their movement don't make it look that way. So yeah, sonically, you kept it where you kept it. But how you looked, you was moving and shaking. I thought you was on some Meg Allen shit soon.
Yeah.
Why not, though?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not
Niggas
saying
got
that's
bills
a
to
bad
pay, and if the bags is over there,
Yeah, soon.
Oh, Freddie got money.
Yeah.
Freddie got money.
Got a little something. I'm definitely trying to go to the Met Gala though.
it's more money to be made, nigga.
I'm down with that.
How much,
If a
how much
nigga
more
at the-
money you think you need to make?
How much more money? Like
honestly.
I don't know, man. I can't.
Per year. That's easier to.
How much more money per year do I want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, some Joe Budden money, nigga. That's got what you getting per year on this motherfucker? Same shit.
What we said outside. This is the after rap. This is the after rap.
Okay, it gets greater later.
Plan.
All right, cool.
It's more.
Give me three things. Career-wise, last year that you thought you needed to hone in on, or focus on, or improve on, or just approach differently that don't exist this year. And then give me three things next year that you'd like to tackle.
Damn, that all might be the same shit. I mean, this year really, I just wanted to. You see, we did a film with the project.
That was fire.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So lately I've been like really in that field, really tightening up my writing, my acting, and producing and all when it comes to like the film side of things. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to get that together really, and really just show a little bit of skill with that. That's why we definitely put the short film with the album. Now when I make an album, I just want to something that I want to accomplish is putting a film with each thing. Because like when I do these things, I see them visually. So I think that, you know what I mean, if I can, add another piece of art, keep adding elements that not just, 20 songs on Friday that you're going to forget about on Monday. You know what I mean? That was, something that I was trying to focus on this year, trying to really get the marketing together, because we did the first one, and I'm not real keen on doing part twos to shit, because I'd be like, nigga, once I do something that's done, that's gonna sit where it's at. Even when I did the second album with Madlib, I did Pinata and I did Bandana. But it's like, I felt like when me and Al did with the first Alfredo, the brand was so strong. After we did that Complex restaurant collab thing, and we like sold out a pop-up restaurant, I was like, all right, my nigga, I think that when we do another project, I gotta make it kind of themed that way, but I gotta add a different element to it. That's why I added the Japanese Yakuza ramen thing to it, and and the first one was kind of like the Italian mafia pasta. So, I think that this day and age, you got to be more than just a rapper or entertainer. You kind of got to be a marketing genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, my little brother's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? So I could have went to college for this shit and got my MBA. You know what I mean, or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but God led me on this path, so I'm just going to use the know-how that I got.
How difficult is it being completely independent like y'all are in terms of you got to figure out the marketing plans and everything? You got to do everything yourself. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
it's easy, not difficult.
It's not difficult.
Difficult just getting in an office with a bunch of people that are trying to like take your idea and translate it into reality. When it's like you're going through all these translation stages and it gets lost in translation, and you're like, that's not really it. And we just shoot from the hip. It's actually better.
Okay,
right.
Yeah. It takes work, but
gotta have money though.
I was about to say.
and a bank, and a nice bank, and
a team, I'm sure.
Of course, a team. Of course, a team.
So Gibbs, how were you able to stay focused with all the stuff that was going on with you personally? Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like just the things the back-to-back things that were happening with you. How were you able to stay focused? Did you have time to yourself? Did you ever take time to heal mentally from whatever you was going through and then go to work, or the work is the healing method?
Yeah, definitely, man. You hit it right on the head. The work is definitely the healing method to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of, there's a lot of shit behind the scenes that people don't even know that I went through personally. You know what I'm saying? Shit with, whatever, women, whatever. But, I lost a lot of people.
Some of that was in front of the scene, the woman stuff they seen.
I don't give a fuck about that. But
you talking behind the scenes, in front of the scenes
and all that shit. I lost a couple homies to the feds. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on for me the past, I'd say, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I use this shit as therapy, man. Even my last project, You Only Die Once, I think that really on that one I was kind of like really voicing my opinion on things. I was recording both of those this album and that one at the same time. So, I think the work is the therapy, man. We all go through shit. And I think that, like I said this earlier too, like, I could tell when a nigga don't go through shit when he rapping.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think that's how niggas kind of fall off. You don't really got nothing to rap about. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker just like too rich like Joe, that's the nigga can't rap.
All sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, like,
sweet.
Man, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm a man at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And the people that love me, they know the type of man I am. So, I just use that as motivation and just put it all into the music, man. Like I said, you hit it right on the head, man. The music is the therapy. So I just use that.
Alk, whenever you do send me a beat, I do need the beat because I'm gonna rap about how much money I got.
That's where you're going. Money song.
About to waste a good Alk beat just.
What are you doing? About to ruin it.
Come on.
Calling you for the hook. Shut up, nigga.
I'm gonna do it too. It's a different mood music. It's a happy mood.
Good mood,
Hey.
I gotta ask, just because I'm messy.
Okay.
What happened in the airport, man? As your man, I didn't know how to cover it.
Why you ain't called me and asked me, nigga?
Cause when niggas is going through shit in the headlines, I ain't calling them with bullshit.
I'm gonna say this: a lot of shit just be headline shit, man. I'm gonna give you the honest to God truth. Ain't nothing happened. Shit. I was in a French airport on my way to go meet up with Al to go make some more money.
Yo, that's the thing about hip hop. The last place that you should see somebody
in the French airport
is where you
trying on tuxedos.
I'm in the French airport.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I'm in an airport in France. The only thing that it wasn't really no words, no nothing. I was just like,
I don't need my security out here.
I was just like, this ain't the time or the place, my brother. And I just kept it pushing, kept my arms folded, and do nothing. I didn't anything that was reported ain't true. So,
well, as fans, we were hoping that it was true.
No, it ain't true.
Well,
none of that true. There was no conversation had. It was just like, let's go on your side of the street. I'm gonna go on mine. That's it.
Are you sad that there's no more BET Hip Hop Awards?
What the fuck?
Hey, he's gonna come out of it. Stop the fuck with that nigga.
That's a bad question.
No, why would he be sad?
Because he's an MC.
He's a hip hop artist.
Yeah, he's an MC.
Why would I be sad about that? I ain't never went to the BET Awards.
You never did the Hip Hop Awards?
I just got nominated for a VMA though. That's cool.
What type of independent? See what I mean? He don't be talking like the independent.
That's cool.
So you don't give a fuck.
Shout out to Leon Thomas. That's my nigga. I love you, man. Appreciate that.
That was my next question. Yeah. Tell me how that comes about. Tell me, did you see a change, and what did that do for you? That record was huge.
Yeah, record's huge. I mean, I've been working with Leon shit like a couple albums back. You know what I'm saying?
But today, Leon is it's a different Leon. Leon's out of here.
I know, but I said that to say that, you know, I ain't, you know, just start fucking with him because he had a hot record. You know what I mean? I've been working with Leon, you know what I mean, for a while, and you know, it was just something that just came about. He had, you know, I hit him up, told him I liked the record, and we did it.
How were you able to? Because your verse on that was one of my favorite verses by you. How were you able to kill a concept such as being a mutt ass nigga?
Damn.
How were you able to send that?
You got to dig deep, right?
How were you able to send that concept out of the park?
I was living my truth, brother.
So you said you don't like doing sequels, so I hate to ruin it for the fans. So there has to be a 3 on the way. It would have to be.
I would love that.
You got to bookend it. Nothing
Godfather
ends
3
at,
was
nothing
trash.
ends at 2.
Godfather 3 was trash.
2 was the one.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
1 and 2. You got those.
We don't even
you know
watch
what I
2,
mean?
right? 3 was not.
If it
It wasn't that bad,
you ain't got
but
enough to do, then you
it
watch
wasn't
it.
1 and 2.
2 was the one.
He never saw Heat.
Come on.
Who never saw Heat, Mark?
Mark, you never saw
He
Heat?
just made that up.
Is it like a boycott or something? Like
No,
that?
just don't believe anything Joe
No,
did.
what's that movie you said he never saw?
Heat, nigga.
It was
You
Heat,
never
right?
saw Heat?
Was it Heat?
Yes. You said you never
Did
saw
you
Heat.
see it?
No, but he just pulled out his ass. I was just
No,
saying.
you said you
Oh,
ain't seen
yeah,
it.
it's Heat.
And he never saw Shawshank Redemption.
I never saw Shawshank. There's a list of shit I ain't seen.
Man, I want a
just
10-page
don't like
essay in the morning on that shit.
It's on my list, man. It's on my list.
Hold on. Have you ever seen My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, that's
Right,
classic.
I was about to say, I'm getting.
No, that's
out of here.
classic.
What's a grip?
Yeah, that's a movie. If it comes on TV, no
I watch
matter
it
what,
every
I have
You
to
got to
watch
watch it every time, yeah.
I don't care. Have to watch it.
So on that